All right, all right, all right.
Mhm.
Welcome back once again to the Knicks in Six podcast. I am your gracious host, Van Deezy, aka Ham Van Dam. I am here with my guy once again, Sean.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
My man got a better mic and everything. I'm
Man,
loving it.
I needed y'all to hear me this time because y'all haven't been listening to me, so I need y'all to hear me clearly.
Yes,
Let's go.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to thank you guys for consistently tuning in. I just released the first two episodes. It was a journey. I had to stick up, so I had to be a stick up kid. You know, go get some ducats that was rightfully mine. But we good now. We should be releasing more consistently, and this is our first visual episode.
I just found out there was visual 5 minutes ago. Part of the beard. I would have refluffed it for y'all.
It's all right. It's all right. This is what this is the life of a Knicks fan in December.
This is a Sunday fan for real. Yeah.
Being a mongrel. But yes, indeed. I'm hoping to release this visually, and start getting some of our content up one first and foremost, but as well, like
I did visually because there's people that want to chime in and that want to get theirs off.
Yeah,
and we on the right path to make that happen. So
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So once again, shout outs to everybody that tunes in on a consistent basis. I've gotten great feedback over the past 2 days. People love you, apparently. Except when you're talking about, your guy. But we'll get into that later.
Soon to be our guy. Stop it, y'all. We in the building. We in here. Let's go Knicks.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we're going to start it off how we usually start it off with the Knicks picks reviews. We're going to review.
Reviews.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to review the last 2 weeks of games. It's been some good weeks. I'm not glad.
Out the window, I'm having an elite fan week right now. I'm having one of the best fan weeks.
We've been absolutely cooking up. I cannot complain whatsoever on the cooking that is going down.
I haven't felt this good since we sent the Cavs packing. That's how I feel this week. That's how I feel this week.
Yes, indeed. It's been a journey for sure. And I'll give us that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start us off by saying that, all right. So the Heat.
What a way to start. What a way to start.
So the Heat.
Tell them about it. What about the Heat? What about
I'm not gonna lie to you. That game blew my eyes.
It blew yours?
Yes, it was giving me all range of emotion. It was insane to experience. I will not lie to you. It was absolutely insane to experience. Like,
it was the best. I judge movies based off of how they make me feel, if they make me feel. If I feel something, then you get credit. This game deserves an Oscar.
That's what you putting on the table.
Oh, such a good game.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a good game. So I was mad as hell. Like, I want to be very, very clear. Early on in the game, I was just mad. We was playing ass. Like, we was just first of all, had Emo Jimmy pull up. He came to the game. Bam Adebayo, few games he was playing that week, he decided to show up to the Garden because everybody's coming to play at the Garden. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that as well. Mm-hmm. Everybody's coming to play in the Garden. So if you haven't heard, the Knicks win 198 in a nail biter. Nail spreader.
I only got one nail. Visual camera can see this. I only got one long nail left because of that one. The rest gone. Nail biter.
It was insane.
Best way. It was a classic.
It was insane. So the first half was very, very, very intriguing because we was cooking up. I think we was only down 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was a regular game.
Half. But what really blew minds was this third quarter because we are so infamous for absolutely selling in the third quarter. It is what we did all last year. All last year. We
all
just
my life.
Honestly,
my 30+ years of
honestly, we made poor decisions that, hey, we're going to sell. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to do this today. That is what we're going to do. We're going to absolutely do this today. Sell. In that third quarter, 37-20 in the third quarter. They outscored us.
Yeah, they went up like 17, 19. They went like a 19-0 run or something. Yo,
it was nasty.
The dog father at it again. So all I could do is praise Jimmy Butler. So he is him. There's dogs in the league.
The dog father.
But the dog father, the one and only Jimmy Butler. Nobody's Jimmy. Nobody's Jimmy.
I agree.
Sure, he can't hit the three. That doesn't mean he don't scare you when he shoots the three. Like,
it doesn't. And all right. So I've told many of people that Jimmy Butler is my guy thoroughly. I hate the fact that he plays for the Heat because I do not fuck with the Heat at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler, I call him James Butler, James G. Buckets, because that is a grown ass man. You don't call no grown man Jimmy. You don't call no grown man Jimmy. That man's name is James.
It's true.
James G. Buckets.
Mr. Butler.
So he came to play. He hurt his ankle, and then of course Heat Nation decided that the Knicks fans are now the ankle hurters, a la Josh Hart. Last
they got something coming from the Heat.
Exactly.
When it took us out during the play. The audacity. This is just a regular season game. They wouldn't have broke Randall's ankle last season.
Yep, sure did. Sure did.
But that doesn't matter. That was nothing though. That don't count because it's just Randall. It's just the Knicks. It don't matter when that happens. This was an in-season game.
Yes.
One that we needed.
It was.
Woo!
And it was nasty.
Woo! National televised.
So let's be clear. They got a rookie, Jaime Jaquez Jr. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in nobody else on this team. I don't believe in no Kyle Lowry. I believe in Bam. Bam is good. James is good. And I like the rookie. Kevin Love is washed. Like, I'm not worried about Kevin Love.
Yeah. I only believe in Butler and Bam. That's it. Nobody else.
Caleb Martin, that was nice as you did last year. I'm not a believer.
No. They sound like the Lakers. They sound like the Lakers roster. The Lakers roster is just a bunch of names that you can't truly care about.
Honestly, not anymore. Not anymore.
Early. And that's the Heat. That's the Heat for you.
D'Angelo.
Rui.
Yeah, whatever. So what stood out to me specifically is obviously the third and the fourth quarters where it was so nasty Knicks and great Knicks.
Yeah.
But mainly is that Jalen Brunson is fucking him. And I'm here to let y'all know.
Oh, did we not say he's him?
Huh? Oh, no. I say it. I'm going to say it at least 30 times a week.
Yeah, in case y'all are missing it, yes. Jalen Brunson.
24 3-3. Him and Emmanuel quickly, fourth quarter guards.
That's what it is.
They was going back and forth, and I was loving it. I was like, yes, please give me all the buckets. All of the buckets. I want all of them.
This is where IQ earns his money. This is where it comes from. This is why we're arguing between 18 and 25 and trade who or what or if he's untouchable or not. Because of moments like this. Yes.
And I said this, I think the very first mistake of Leon Rose's tenure was not giving Emmanuel Quickly $25 million a year. Just give him the money. I'm sorry. Just give him the money. Just give him the money. Because he's going to, first of all, even at $25 million a year, he's going to be a tradable asset that he doesn't depreciate at all. Because everyone knows is that, like they said that the money was between 18 and 25. That's too big of a gap. Right. If you couldn't meet at 22, 23, give him 20.
I'm a huge fan of Leon Rose. I wasn't initially, but then when I saw how he acquired Quickly, taking this pick, trading into that pick to a Euro pick, getting 2 picks, bring it back down, and then get. Come on, that was the best trade movements I've seen the Knicks trade negotiations in the draft I've ever seen the Knicks do.
Yes.
Second to that was Phil Jackson coming in and buying a 2nd-round pick. We was like, oh, like we could do that? Yeah, apparently we can. Like, so that's where Leon Rose is with me. And Leon knows that Quigley's a restricted free agent.
Yep.
Anybody to beat us, someone has to pay him $26 million or more.
And they will.
I want to see the list of teams willing to pay this small guy. Now, I love IQ. IQ needs to retire or Nick. Let's get this clear, all right? I don't want to sound like I'm setting him out the door. But I want to see the list of teams willing to put the money on there. Because if I could get the same IQ for $21 million, I prefer that.
I'm telling you right now that the fold was made much earlier. $25 million a year is now the standard.
He wants it. Hero gets it, and he competes with Hero.
He's going to get it. Exactly. You're going to look at somebody like Tyler Hero, and you're going to be like, Tyler Hero's making $25 million a year, and I'm better than him. And
I agree.
And I agree.
Yeah, the masses don't agree. We're the outliers in that one.
And that's unfortunate for the masses, honestly and truly, because that just off simple, I'm not even talking out of bias. Just off simple maths, $25 million a year is the standard. They gave Jalen Brunson $25 million a year.
Let's keep talking like
he went to the Western Conference Final and they gave him $25 million a year 2 years ago. Jalen Brunson is no longer worth $25 million a year. That is all I'm saying.
Yo, he outplayed that contract a month in. Like,
and that was 18 months ago. Like, that was 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Like,
12 months ago, we won that deal. 12 months ago, we won that deal.
Now, you know, in a year or 2 years, Jalen Brunson is walking in the office like $45 million a year. And if you're telling me that Jalen Brunson is better than Emmanuel Quickly, if you can get Emmanuel Quickly right now for $25 million a year, you're going to take it. Somebody else is smart and going to take it. They did the same thing with the Kings. The Kings, when they traded Halliburton to the Pacers, they traded Halliburton to the Pacers off the low. And then they told Indiana, you got to pay Halliburton.
Right.
You got to go pay Halliburton.
Halliburton on you now.
Halliburton wasn't good. He was good, but he wasn't like, well, he got $200 million this summer.
Listen, you live, where's he, Indiana right now?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Exactly.
That's what happens. You get a little too greedy in this league, you'll get paid, but you'll be playing in Portland.
Listen, they're going to put that man, Emmanuel Quickly, they're going to send him somewhere like the Magic. The Magic is going to have the Banchero and
that's my fair.
Franz Wagner. And they're going to be like, yo, Emmanuel Quickly, come give us 20 points a game, and I'm going to give you $27 million.
Two teams I'm afraid of him going to, and it's the Magic and the Spurs. I don't want to see it over.
Point guard.
Yeah.
He needs a point guard. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't need he's a luxury for us. So of course we're gonna value him at 21.
We need every luxury we can get. Yes,
exactly.
I understand what you mean.
We're not paying him nothing. So of course we gonna feel that way. When somebody get ready to pay him, you're gonna be tight. I'm telling you, you're gonna look at that, you're gonna be like, damn, we just set away 17 points a game on the bench. That's crazy.
I'm hoping that the fan base now is smarter than the fan base from yesterday. That we won't fall for a poison pill situation to where they outbid us in 3-4 years, who'll be worth $50 million per year.
And that's going to be crazy.
No, we just have to find
and then we're going to have to make a bad choice. And that's how I feel about it. You got to be like, I can't give him 35. I can't give him 35.
No.
So, because I valued him at 22. That's just bad business. It's going to be good business for somebody else. Look, it's the same thing that's going on with Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, they did not sign Tyrese Maxey. They probably could have got him for 25, 30 mil.
Tyrese Maxey, right?
And they sold. Now he's getting 40. I'll let you know. He's getting 40.
Yo, James Harden, who?
They paid James Harden $35 million last year, and Tyrese Maxey was the better guard in the backcourt. You think he doesn't? You think he's not taking that to his agent and being like, "Go tell them play with me if you want. I go play next to Scoot Henderson for $40 million. Don't play with me.
Facts.
Don't play with me.
Me on any of these upcoming teams make that a playoff team. At least the play-in, and they'll pay for that.
Yes, I'm telling you, they're gonna pay money for that. That's how Zach LaVine got his bread early in the game.
Now, before we go too far away from the Knicks Heat, I just want to bring it back around with this one question, just to rail it all in again. Would you trade straight up IQ for Hero?
No.
Just want to hear it one time. That's all. I agree.
I wouldn't trade anybody for Hero, honestly. I couldn't justify it. That's why I wasn't really mad at the Heat. I wasn't really mad at the places. Like, I don't want them.
That's how I knew it was getting big. But yo, you think I'm loud about who I say we're getting? I was loud all summer saying they ain't going to the Heat. You don't accept that deal.
I thought he was going. I thought they would fold eventually. But I knew for a fact that Tyler Hero was not the prize.
Math wasn't mathing. And there ain't no third team give you anything worth of anything for a Hero to justify a Dame. Nah. I was like, yo, good luck, buddy.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, just to reel us back in, this game was particularly important because it was an in-season tournament game. This is why I was also mad, because now I'm invested. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm invested. I want to win.
I started to care.
I want to win. When we was down in the third quarter, I was like, wow, we're fucking selling. Like, we're really not about to.
We're about to be the first team eliminated in NBA Cup history. No, I was there. No, I felt those pains.
I was like, nah, I can't do this. And so I was glad that we came back. Jalen Brunson, like I said, Emmanuel quickly being him in the fourth. It was a beautiful thing to see, honestly and truly. Julius was selling, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a hair thing. Hey, right here. You can send that here. Whenever we face bam. Spoelstra being the fully functional mental thing, just Is he
the Julius stopper? Is the real question?
Yes, he puts Bam on Randall because he's like, Kevin Love can guard Robinson. Yes. Kevin Love can guard Mitchell Robinson. That's an easy assignment. And that's like, now Randall gets the defensive play of a year candidate. Bam. Yep. That's nasty. So it's nasty.
It is. You're not lying.
Yeah, it's just smart though. I respect it. It's like I used to give the Heat a bum rap. I'm like, yo, the players made y'all what y'all are. Y'all keep trying to give the Pat Riley and the Miami Heat way and all this other nonsense. Like, no, it's LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen, Jimmy Butler. Like, that's who you guys are. Y'all keep painting it as something else. Yeah. But Spoelstra deserves to be on that list of names. Like, he's good. He's good. He's good.
He's good at the sport. I can't even hate on Eric Spoelstra, even though I hate the Heat.
Yes.
Yeah, but moving on, we cooked them. I was just super glad. Moving on to our next game, I want to talk about this game specifically because I was in the building, right?
Oh, yeah.
Suns versus Knicks, 116-113. We lost by 3. Shout out to Knicks chat. Shout out my guy, Tommy Pinto. He always organizes a trip yearly for us to go and watch the game as a group. We was on the Chase Bridge. I was thugging up there. I was loving it. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like that's like a premier spot to watch the game when if you are gonna be in like the bleeds. Like it was lovely up there. I'm not gonna lie. It was walking space. We was chilling.
Yeah, it's a vibe. No, I've been there for once, but it makes me think of the Ninja Turtles. That's
definitely
up there. That's a special New York kid moment.
Up next to the jerseys and stuff. So I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was with my guys, talking about shit, obviously, but it was all Knicks fans around, so it was good energy. Man, I was mad as hell at this game because
I was mad for you. I thought you went to the Heat game. I was mad for you.
Let's be clear. Devin Booker is good at the sport. But Devin Booker is good at the sport. He blew odds with that game with his shot.
Yes, he did.
Because, first of all, watching Jalen Brunson be him in person was an absolute marvel. I want you to know.
Gotta be a treat. It gotta be a sight.
He was cooking. Oh my God. Every time I looked up, he was giving someone chips. It was insane. It was insane.
It was like, yo, calm down, bro.
Like I'm trying to get some nachos or something. Trying to get my taco, and this man up here giving somebody chips. Every time I blink, he's giving somebody chips. I loved it.
His stat line is crazy for that game, for real, though.
Bro, he led the team in points, rebounds, and assists.
That's the crazy part of that game.
And I'm not gonna lie, he had like 5 and 5 at the half. I was looking at everybody like, yo, he might really do this team in.
He might get a triple double on his off y'all back today. Yeah, no, he went crazy.
So I was mad. I was mad for several reasons. One of the reasons was that KD decided to duck smoke. I was mad as hell that he decided to duck smoke. He sat out with foot soreness. I was like, you ducking. I was telling everybody KD was ducking. I was like, get out of here, man. You already know.
This was the reason why I didn't pick us to win this game. This was the one loss I had under our belts.
This is true.
It's the one loss we got, too.
It's the one loss we got. That's the bullshit about it. But yeah, KD was ducking smoke. I was like, Devin Booker was not going to cook us. But who cooks us? Well, the kings of the random cooking. Here we go. Eric fucking Gordon.
Our fault.
2-2. What's going on?
That's on us not to know that. That's on us to know, like, oh, wait, they're missing almost all their star players. Like, also, who's going to be the random to go? We should have, your ticket should have been free to the game because you should have put $10 on this. And
oh, yeah. I could not have lied to you. I knew Eric Gordon was going to give us chips.
Almost obvious.
It just felt like it. It was like going down the list. Like, all right, the next best player is Eric Gordon. He's probably going to be the one to give us chips along with Devin Booker.
Right.
Devin Booker gave us so much chips. It was disgusting. He was hitting tough shots.
Yeah.
I felt like we had it in the bag though. Like when Jalen Brunson was in that fourth quarter was going to work, him and Quick. When they was going to work, I was like, oh, we got them. I was talking big shit. I was like, oh, we got them. We about to get them out of here.
I thought we had them. I was like, yo, we about to beat a KD team. Granted, he's not playing, but we about to get this win because Booker, he got 28 points. Sure, that's on 25 shooting. It's not that, like, groundbreaking. I thought we had crazy.
That's not that crazy.
The random.
Nah, we sold. We absolutely sold. So obviously the main play of this game is the Devin Booker game winner. So I was mad at this. I was explaining this to my boy yesterday, right? So I was really mad at this because it was such a difficult shot that the only way he really made it was like, I'm fucking him and I'm gonna hit the
practice, yeah.
Like it was some cool shit. It was some Kobe shit. It was some Kobe shit. It was a terrible shot.
There was nothing good about it. The coverage was there.
It was a terrible shot. The only thing you could give some credence to was that Julius was late getting his hand up. And they was killing him on that on Twitter, but I couldn't even really get mad at that. It was a bad shot.
He was the help defender on that play. Like,
it was so bad.
Yeah,
It was such a bad shot. He's fading to the right, shooting from his right hand. Someone's on his left, and he's still holding. And he's in the corner. It's not like he's faded. It's not like he's on the corner. He's literally on the wing 3, faded to his right. That was disgusting. Yeah. I was so bad about it. I was sitting in my seat like, come on now. It was just gross.
Right.
That was some shit you hit. Like, that was some Kobe shit. Like, I was like, all right, you gotta charge that to the game.
Like, some of those gonna happen a year. And this is just one of those because beyond that, there was no basketball sense to it. It was pure hero ball.
His feet wasn't set. He wasn't really open. He was faded to the right. He shot with his right hand. But he was covered. He just hit it.
It be in those situations when the game is tied and there's nothing to lose if you miss, that they pull this nut. You know, if it was a 1 point up or down, what had happened. But the fact that it was tied with nothing to lose.
I was like, we're going to OT. I'm about to get 5 extra minutes of basketball. I was going to get me another beverage. I'm about to get up and get me another beverage.
He's about to renege the last call.
Yeah, like, what's going on? I was mad. That was some bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, we had guys that scored. Brunson had 35. Randall had 28. Like, RJ had another subpar game. It's been a bunch of subpar games from RJ.
He's been up and down. He's been up and down.
That's a more supportive way to say that. Yes. I was gonna say he's been playing like a bum, but that's a way better way to say that.
Been up and down.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, but I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Once again, shout out to Knicks chat. We was definitely outside. We grieved together. And then went out a different way. Because that was some fucking bullshit. But
that was out of pocket, that one. Woof.
But we're gonna get them back. We're gonna get them back in 2 weeks. And I want KD there. And we going down to Phoenix to do it. But
that's gonna be cheaper than going to the Garden.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, it's gonna be about $30. It'll be about $30 in Phoenix.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, moving on. Next game, maybe a more important game. Knicks at Hornets. Once again, our final in-season tournament game. We absolutely cooked them. 115-91. No LaMelo Ball. LaMelo has hurt his ankle again.
Yeah, no, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. I spoke about it last time. We both said this. Tired of talking about the Hornets. Tired of talking about the Hornets. Way too much already.
We've played them so many times this year.
Tired of the Hornets already. We got to be done with this. So even LaMelo was like, "Yo, I'm tired too. Like, yo, I hate playing here. They be cooking us.
Yep.
I be putting in work, and it just don't be enough. Like, yeah, nah.
Yep.
That's what it was. They knew they smelt it. And we needed every point too because of the point differential. Woo.
So once again, we cooked them. I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
25-20, my fault. 25-20-5 from Julius Randle. His best game of the season, in my opinion.
Can we say that again?
25 points, 20 rebounds, 5 assists, and 34 minutes from Julius Randle. He was absolutely cooking. RJ, 16, 3 and 2, good game. Rare off game from Brunson HIMson.
Right. And I don't even think it's an off game. He went 5 for 9. I accept 5 for 9. Like,
he was distributed.
Yeah, because he 7 assists from him is a really good game.
Yes.
Assist wise, he that's not really him right now because we need him to do as much as he could do on the scoring end.
Yes.
So I'll take above 50% and assist from him. I thought he did good.
Yeah, I'm saying a rare off game of him not being super him.
Because not 30 points.
He's been super him for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's different.
Good quickly game. Good Josh Hart game. My guy Josh Hart is coming back. Come rounding back into form. He said, "I'm tired of these backup 4 minutes, making me tired." But
but then the game before he takes like 3 shots, and the game after he takes like 3 shots.
We'll take it.
He crazy. We mean crazy, but he crazy. But he fits up. He's crazy.
I thought that the best part of this game was the elite nastiness happening across the league with the point differential tiebreaker.
Oh man!
So everybody in the league was running the score up, including us. We were not exempt.
It was such a sight, yo. That all right. The Heat game didn't make me a fan of this. The point differential last game to get in for a wild card, that made me a fan of the tournament. That was so much fun.
So we're definitely on the same page, right? So while the general consensus was that this was just nasty work, this was nasty to watch, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed so much watching people get absolutely put.
I'm over there cheering it on, like, shoot it again. We got 7 seconds on the clock.
I was crying because everybody, I kept seeing it on Twitter, I kept seeing it on Facebook, like, yo, the integrity of the game, respect your opponents. I was like, nah.
No, not today, baby.
If he dies, he dies.
Right.
I don't want to just beat him. I want to kill him.
Yeah.
By 40. I wanted us to run it up. I was enjoying it so much. I legitimately have not watched the end of a blowout and enjoyed it that much in so long.
Ever. I'm like, yo, we still going for it? Yeah, yep. we still going for it.
Yep.
We even subbed out our starters, which was crazy because we don't sub out our starters even when we're up big. But we even took them out the final minute or so, and we're still trying to run it up because our bench is wicked too.
But what's even more hilarious is that Tibbs did not let the super bench like Jericho Sims,
right,
Jeffries, Deuce into the game until like 1 minute 30 seconds left in the game. This was prime pro Tibbs. I know Tibbs is super pro in season tournament. He was like, I want to keep them in it regardless.
You know he didn't want to put them in at all, but he like, all right, guys, all right.
I guess. That's I guess. I was crying. I loved every single minute of it.
That was great. That was good. And Tibbs is cracking jokes and he's being fun and lighthearted. Like, I'm not sure if they paying him to promote this. They gave him a bonus or something, but
yeah, this is the Tibbs special.
Happy Tibbs is that's rare. We used to be looking on the sideline. Look, he's still grumpy. He's still grumpy. He always grumpy. We're up 30. He's still grumpy. Like, this was good stuff. Yeah, that was fun.
All right, moving on. So this game right here, I knew we would win, but it was blowing minds for the simple fact that it was entirely too close. Knicks win 118-112 against the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons, ladies and gentlemen, are 2-17 or 2-18. No, they're 2-17. They have lost 15 straight games.
I mean, talk about no nut November. They couldn't get that off not once.
They did not win a game in the month of November. They did not. Monty Williams is a thief in the night. Robbing them blind.
They have him on the sidelines, filling out his resume.
So I want to talk about this game a little bit because I want to give some credence to Detroit. So there's a lot of stuff happening in Detroit that I've been reading up on just to try to figure out, because you just don't lose 15 games on purpose. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, some of those games had to be on accident, or there has to be.
We've been there. Our Kevin Knox here was trying to get as many losses as possible. Yeah,
it's either super on purpose. or there's immense collusion going on, and I have a theory. I think
this is Pistons.
This is active collusion to take for whoever's coming up next, because they got Cade Cunningham. They got talent on their team. They got Cade Cunningham is good. The twin, he's good. He's averaging like 2 blocks and 2 steals a game.
I'm not going to ask you the question. I'm going to Google it while you do this part, because I'm curious where you're going with this.
Like Jalen Duren, he's okay. They said that he was better than Mitch, and we shouldn't have traded him. We shouldn't have traded him for the pick. But they got some talent. It's some talent there. It's not bad enough talent they got James Wiseman.
Right.
I think Kevin Knox is on their team again. He's a bum, but it's okay.
Right, he's there.
But it's like, all right.
I'm happy he's eating. Once the Nick goes in there, I'm happy he got his check. I ain't gonna hold you.
You got to get the check. I'm not mad. Don't get it twisted.
Which I've never been picked, but that doesn't mean I want the man to go hungry.
Like, man, that at all. But yeah, so they got talent. So for the fact that they losing games, I'm like, all right, what's going on? So I found out that they not starting Jaden Ivey, who we wanted last year.
I was going to speak on it.
They not starting him. They starting the Killian Hayes kid that they lottery pick from like 3 years ago.
He went to work. 10 for 13. Yeah, 23 points. He did
The Marcus Sasser guy, the rookie, he's good. I'm like, they got talent, right?
Right.
I don't expect them to beat us because we better than them, but
right.
Like they losing to the Spurs and like they losing to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, those
bombs. Like they are losing to bombs, and they're bombs too. But they are losing to
Duran. We traded away Duran for
but like I'm
picks to make moves. Like
I'm looking at Duran's stat lines in some game. He getting 15 and 15. Like like that's what I'm telling you. Asar Thompson, like they was telling me he having like historic defensive rookie season. Like he 2 blocks a game as a shooting guard, like on some D-Wade shit. I'm like, how are you losing?
That's why I want to know who you think they're losing for. That's why I want you, because I don't know.
I gotta check the draft board.
You're not gonna jump out the window on it?
I was like, Ryan Anthony is available.
All right, I'll jump out the window on it. I'll do it again, because this is what I do. I jump out the window.
Who you think they were?
Bronny.
Hey. Yo, I can't even get back. Yo.
Bronny.
Yo. Number 1 overall pick. Nah, you might be cooking something up.
Yo, if you go to Kalou, you're not just getting Bronny.
Nah,
you get Bronny, you get LeBron, and you get the LeBron James discounted players that want to chip with him.
I promise you I'm clipping this. That is a great thing.
Take it, run with it, son.
LeBron James
answer for their crimes against basketball. Like
LeBron James, Motor City 2024.
Hey, he'll come and restart the factory, open up a new I Hope school or something, and revitalize Detroit. And
I can't even hold you. You got me in a conspiracy bag right now.
All right, you open it up, but it makes sense.
No, you're not even bullshitting. It absolutely makes sense. Oh my God.
We'll keep an eye out on it from here. We'll just monitor the situation. But
we definitely on Bronny alert for Detroit. we definitely keeping an eye out on that.
How long does LeBron sign? Nothing too. He's there in LA for another 2 years after this, 2-3 years after this year.
Yeah.
Draft Bronny.
He got an opt out.
Do a year with Bronny, and then get LeBron.
I think he got an opt out at the end of this year. I think he got an opt out because remember he lined his shit up so that when Bronny was eligible,
right,
he would be able to go where he wants. So I think he got an opt out. So
he signed an extension this year. I remember though. Or was it this year? No. You're right. Player options. He got it. Player options.
LeBron James.
LeBron. Detroit. Eminem. Mom Spaghetti. Oh, we lit. Oh, we're so good.
I love this take. But there's nothing really to say about this game. We absolutely smoked. We absolutely
talk about this blowout of a game. We did what we can. We did blowout.
We cooked them. I didn't think we would ever lose this game, but I was annoyed that it was close. Cade Cunningham had 31. He's good. Right. That's what I'm saying. He's good.
Hayes is good. Duran is good. Like, they got parts.
They just Monty is just actively colluding. Just putting it on the table. It's gonna be Cade Cunningham at the 1, Bronny James at the 2, LeBron James at the 3, Draymond Green at the 4.
You feel me? Like, it's going down.
They're gonna trade Draymond.
Everybody on the Clippers are free. The whole starting 5 on the Clippers, except the center. All free agents after this year.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Paul George, Westbrook.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Kawhi.
And they gave Monty 6 years too. He's like, I don't want none of these young niggas. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want none of these. Shut up. That's what he's saying. He said,
I'll keep the guys we need, but
I'll keep Cade, but I don't want none of the rest of these young niggas, honestly.
I'm gonna have to put money on Detroit next year.
Nah, honestly. No, absolutely.
We may just have swung Vegas's odds earlier.
Absolutely. I want to make sure they know that we broke it first.
Yeah, bro, you know how I feel about that. This is time stamped on wax. Like,
it is.
We did that.
Oh man.
All right.
Moving on. So last night's game, we played Knicks versus Raptors. Up in LeBronto. Speaking of LeBron, played the Raptors 119-106. I don't fuck with the Raptors. I mainly don't fuck with the Raptors.
I don't like him. I'm glad we sued him.
Yeah, I'm glad. First of all, James Dolan sued them niggas.
Yeah.
We don't fuck with them. I mainly don't fuck with them for basketball purposes. If you don't fuck with them for your purposes, I support that.
If you say your purpose is basketball related, hey, bro, like I'll testify.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. I just didn't like the fact that Scotty Barnes was telling niggas last year that they wasn't him. And he not him either. I don't like that. I was like, who are you?
Right.
You're not he. You're not he. But so storyline in this game is that Julius Randle was questionable early in the game with right knee soreness, and I got nervous. I was like, sit him.
Yeah, I told you we don't do that.
Back to back is a
one-legged Julius Randle. Yo, we need you out there, buddy. Yo, without you, we nothing.
I was like, sit him, Julius. I was like, you finally rounded into some sort of form. I would hate for any form of setback. Any form of setback with Julius Randle, we don't need. And that's just the God honest truth.
We don't got the power forward for him to sit. He can't. We don't got the size for him to sit. We need him out there. If he's not there, who's starting in this spot? We going small ball the whole game?
Yes.
It's nasty when you said it so quickly. You're right. Yeah.
Listen, this is Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau will run out the Sims Mitch lineup. Immediately. I don't put nothing past that man. Speaking of Scotty Barnes, he's apparently the new good player on the Raptors because he scored 29, 9, and 4.
That only lasted 3-4 months. They swap and then they just mid again. Like
Pascal don't really want to be there. He can't tell me he do. He had 21, 8, and 3, but Pascal needs to go. There's a lot
of players like that in the league. We'll save that for later. There's a lot of players just playing where they don't want to play, and you can tell.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I have been pro Pascal Siakam for a long time.
You mean since he cooked us last year?
No, I'm talking about in general. I've been pro Pascal. I like the way Pascal plays.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a nice little power forward, you know?
Oh yeah, he's. I think he's more of a traditional power forward than Randle is. So he's just like a good team cog fit. Yeah. I don't think we need that in New York. I feel like the pressure will just make you crumble, dog. Like you cool.
Well, Pascal got a chip. That's the why he got.
Yeah.
And he hit the chip ceiling shot, and I give him that. I like Pascal, but
I think he'll do great in Boston. I mean, in Brooklyn. I think he'll do great in Brooklyn.
I think they're gonna send him to Philly.
Oh God.
I think they're gonna send him to Philly to be with Joel. That's his guy, and Nick Nurse, who was his other guy, and they're gonna build around Scotty bum-ass Barnes.
I like Scotty Barnes enough to be here just because we need a win, but then I look at the situation and then we're suing them, so we're not getting Scotty Barnes. So scratch them off the list. Let's move on.
That's what OG Anunoby with a whopping 9, 5, and 3. The OG agenda is.
I needed that.
It needs to stop.
I needed that.
I've been shutting down the OG agenda and the Zach LaVine agenda religiously for the past 12 months.
Yes.
For the past 12 months. It's been disgusting. OG Anunoby, remember they talking about giving up 3 picks for him? I was like, oh no.
Yeah, and RJ. And
Rowant.
And Rowant Barrett Jr. Yeah.
Are you serious? No.
I will say, we had to call this the OG report. That's kind of fire. But that's the only thing going for him.
Nah, I don't want OG Anunoby. So I was pleasantly surprised with this game. I thought that Julius had a great game, even though he was on one leg, basically.
You mean the near triple-double? Yeah.
Give him his flowers. I thought it was a decent game from RJ. So it's good Jalen Brunson game, obviously. Another good Josh Hart game. Elite Dante Devo game.
Talk about it.
Big Ooter. The Ragu.
He's part of my Knicks For Clicks. Like
he's shooting.
Yeah, man.
He's shooting. He's shooting.
They be having his moments, man.
He do. And then he be blowing by us. Go ahead.
Against the Pistons, he was 4 for 8. I'll take that.
Yes.
The Raptors, 7 for 9.
Udin.
Oh, for three. These
I
numbers
love his
are for three. Yeah.
I love his confidence. He definitely don't see a shot he don't like. I don't think he met a shot he don't like yet, at least in New York.
He does the role that Grimes is asked to do, and he just does it naturally. Like, this is just what he's here to do. But it makes no sense to send Grimes to the bench because he offers nothing to the bench. Your best bet is to have Grimes out there with the starters in the start of the game, trying to lock down their best player to make sure they don't get hot early. And that's it.
All right. So you transitioned us. You transitioned us perfectly.
Great. That's what I'm here for.
So I'm calling this segment Grimes Conundrum. So Quentin Grimes, as y'all know, is my guy. Thoroughbred. Love my guy, Quentin Grimes. I've been a Quentin Grimes stan supporter since his rookie year.
He looked great his rookie year. Yes.
Glue guy to his fullest. He could shoot. He clamps your best player. The San Quentin Penitentiary is alive and well.
Yes.
But I cannot ignore the fact that he is having the worst stretch of his career.
Talk about it.
In the month of November, coinciding with great stretches from both Emmanuel Quickley and Donte DiVincenzo.
Yeah. And Josh Hart.
And Joshua. Yes. And Josh Hart. This is not ideal. I'm just going to be real with you as a competitor for his starting spot. So fans are calling for his starting spot. You've heard it. I see it all over Twitter. See it all over Facebook, all over Reddit, everywhere. They're like, all right, Quinn, you're not playing well. We're going to have to put somebody else in there.
I disagree wholeheartedly with that, by the way.
And we're on the same page. All right. So I'm here to make the case as to why I don't think that it's time to put Quentin Grimes on the bench. So, number one, I have come to terms with the fact that Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau love low efficiency, high volume scorers. This is their bag. They love low efficiency, high volume scorers. And as I've told you guys from the beginning, when you have low efficiency, high volume scorers, you have to put defensive players and shooters out there next to them.
Okay.
We have three of them.
Yeah, okay.
In our starting lineup. The two that we don't have are Mitchell Robinson and Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is able to do his role the way he is capable of doing it because you are not asking much from him offensively, but just to hit the open three. Same thing with Mitch. You're not asking Mitch to do much offensively except rebound and put back the basket. He's actually the very best offensive rebounder in the sport. This is what he is. So with that being said, in order to fully complement Jalen Brunson, which I feel like is priority number one.
Yeah.
You have to put a defensive first guy right next to him.
Right.
I look down our roster. I look at the viable options, and I have told myself the only person out of the four options to start at the starting two guard, that is Quentin, that is Quickley, that is Dante, that is Josh Hart. The only person that I would take over Quentin Grimes is Josh Hart.
Dante.
And that is me.
We disagree. Oh, I said Dante.
I'm saying Josh Hart.
Okay.
For the simple fact that I personally feel like Dante, and I'm a big Dante fan. Dante Hive thoroughly.
Yes.
I personally think that he is interchangeable. I think having somebody that's interchangeable is way more valuable than having somebody that can only fit into one role. As of right now, and you said it earlier, I think that Quentin Grimes can only start, or you're going to have to take him out of the rotation entirely.
Yes, I agree.
And I don't think Tibbs is doing that. I think I think that is actually off the table for Tibbs.
I think that's against his makeup to just get rid of such a defender. Yeah.
He's his best defensive player on the perimeter.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not going to do that. Like, it's not like with Evan Fournier, where because he's your best shooter, but he can't guard a lick. Tibbs will be like, all right, I'm sorry. I can't play you if you're not going to guard up.
We lived through Alfred Payton. We know this to be true. Yeah, we know this to be true. And he's the worst Knick. He's one of the worst Knicks of all time. I can't.
He wouldn't bench him.
He wouldn't bench him.
He wouldn't bench him.
When we finally bench him, it's in the playoffs, and then we just crumble because we're trying out a whole new rotation we've never used.
This is what I'm saying, right? So this is what I'm saying. He benched him. So that, first of all, that's against Tibbs' makeup. So I'm telling y'all thoroughly, if it's not Quentin Grimes, Tibbs is going to Josh Hart. He's not going to go to Dante because he knows Dante is interchangeable. It's the same thing with Quickly. It works against both of them. Legitimately. It works against both of them.
The numbers say Quickly should man that spot.
Yes.
But those who know that unit is not the threat that it is without IQ on it.
Yes. If you start IQ or Dante, you are literally stripping your bench. And that is a bad decision.
It's too important to us. Our bench, once again, shout out to Reggie Bullock when he said it. Big 15. That's our motto. That's still our motto. That's still their perspective. From top to bottom, we have a complete team 1 and a complete team 2. Like, that is what they're going for here. And we gain nothing by putting Grimes in there. Josh Hart, I get it. Josh Hart is strong enough to defend your best defender. He's at least strong enough to make it physical. And with the rebounder that he is, but we already have such great rebounders out there that I think he's better off on the bench as well. It's only because of rebounding that I think he should be benched.
And honestly and truly, can you even really start Josh Hart? Because you're gonna need Josh Hart to play your backup power forward. Like, that's what we are.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I say Dante. It's the only reason. And he's not the defender that you need next to Brunson, and therefore none of these fits are good enough fits
to justify taking Quentin Grimes out.
Not better than Quentin.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. The only other option you're gonna take is literally telling RJ Barrett you're going to have to play the 2, and you're going to have to take the hardest defensive assignment, and you're going to have to still score 20.
Right.
I don't think they want to do that right now. I'm not saying RJ is not capable of doing that, because I do think RJ is capable.
That'll be his job in the future. Yes. I stand on that. But
I don't think that's the smart decision. And I feel like nobody's looking at it. I feel like a lot of people are not looking at it critically like that. And I feel like if we're going to seriously, like, what is your options? Your options are not, like, you're going to take away from the bench. We need the bench because Jalen Brunson is playing 38 minutes a game. So, Emmanuel Quickley has to play. Right. And Dante DiVincenzo has to play. And Josh Hart has to play. Like, we have an 8 to 9 man rotation.
Right.
You're going to take one of those rotations out, and that all you got to tell him to do is, go guard the best player, and I'm going to need you to hit a shot. The problem is, I'm telling you, if Quentin Grimes was taking 5 shots a game or 6 shots a game and hitting 3 of them, this would not be a conversation. It's because he's taking 6 shots a game and hitting 1 of them. or none of them. 0 point.
He had an offer the other day.
None of them. Yes.
Yeah.
If he's
not even to the line. Not even to the line. Hey, so I say that go ahead.
No, I'm saying, so my overall solution, and I think it's an internal solution, and I'm going to put the onus on the leaders. I'm going to put the onus on Jalen. I'm going to put the onus on Julius. Yo, get the brother shots early. Get him open shots early.
Yeah. I get it.
Because all he needs to do is go 3 for 6. If he goes 3 for 6, I'm telling you, this is not a conversation. This is not a conversation. Because at the end of the day, he's a streaky enough shooter that if he goes 3 to 6, he's probably going 5 for 8. He's probably going 6 for 9. We've seen it. He's capable. He's in a slump. We've seen the slump that RJ went through last year. We no one was giving up on RJ.
I hear you.
You get what I'm saying? These are all first rounders. Quentin Grimes a first round pick.
He's a first round pick.
He's good at the sport. I'm just saying, let's slow our rolls. Slow our rolls.
You had me to that part.
No, I'm saying there's not a perfect solution. So let's give it a couple more games before we make a drastic change. Go ahead.
I got a perfect solution. Can y'all hear me? I got this one idea for a perfect solution, because we can't continue to start quitting like this. But we have no choice, because otherwise he messes up our bench. So we can't start him, and we can't bench him. So then what can we do? What can we do? Oh, we can trade him. Oh, he could be the young asset that goes with the old asset that makes it work. Yeah. Yo, if you throw a couple of these picks, because we have 4 picks this year right now.
We do.
More than we'll ever use, because we don't play rookies out here.
We don't, not in New York.
So we only need but one of these picks anyway. So what to do with these other 3 picks? If we trade them with a Quentin Grimes, and just for cap purposes, Evan Fournier, I did the numbers, and I looked it up on different sites, and we can get a whole entire elite clutch player, a hungry, know-it-all franchise vet, and a DeMar DeRozan. Ladies and gentlemen, DeMar DeRozan is back in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to talk about DeMar DeRozan to the Knicks.
It is a great transition. I'm going to give you that. All right, so in the news cycle,
talk about it, please.
In the news cycle says that DeMar DeRozan has 2 preferred trade destinations. It is the Miami Heat, and
everybody wants to go to the Miami Heat. That's not new.
They don't get nobody, but
yeah.
Miami Heat and the New York Knicks.
What a surprise!
So I'm gonna let you take lead on this topic. Let the people know. So as y'all know, I'm very clear. I do not want DeMar DeRozan on.
You are very clear.
I'm super clear on that. I do not want DeMar DeRozan on our basketball team. I've told y'all on many occasions. I just mentioned it. We are a team of low efficiency, high volume scorers. Adding one more in place of
Granted, you've been saying this all this time, because I've been telling you this all this time, because I've been telling you it's DeMar DeRozan. That's why you've been saying it. As many times as y'all heard it, it has always been a response to me. So listen to me, New York.
I won't confirm nor deny that, but I will say that low efficiency, high volume scorers are not scorers that I want in surplus.
All right, let me tell you about the scoring of DeRozan, since you want to drag him before you hand it over.
Please try to convince me why I should want DeMar DeRozan on my team, please.
Oh, well, sure. One, he's DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? He's like a 6-time All-Star, clutch star. He was like top 2 and 3 in NBA Clutch Player Awards last year. You know, the NBA Player Awards that they have, and they vote who's this and who's that. He came like 2nd or 3rd last year. Fox won it because he's the young, sexier pick. You're going to pick Fox. But DeMar was always in the running. Last 5 years, he's one of the he's a top 5 clutch player in the league. That's 5 years. That's the whole Chicago time and the Spurs. He's just consistently been that guy. DeMar DeRozan owns, I sent you a graphic of this earlier. I meant to send it to you while we was having this convo. I sent you the graphic earlier. It shows the players scoring the most in different zones in the league. You feel me? Like Dane scores, he owns like 3 zones. Luka owns 2 zones. Giannis owns 1. KP owns the top of the key, quickly owns the corner. DeRozan owns 4 spots on the floor.
Yes, I got it up for you. You got
you got it. Oh, thank you.
I got it up for you. You got DeMar owning the top of the key.
The mid king.
Mid king indeed.
Yeah, he's the mid king.
And the whole right side of the floor.
Whole right side.
Mid range hit. Yeah. In the corner right.
It's one thing to lead in A zone. You feel me? To score the most in A zone in 1 year. But to score the most in 4 different zones in 1 year, that's a lot of scoring. There's a lot of getting it done out there, people. There's a lot of people doing you're the man there. No one can take that away from you. The clutch stats is there. The scoring is there. And he costs less than $29 million. We can get him without losing a Randall, an RJ, a Brunson, an IQ, a Mitch Rob. We don't have to, Josh Hart. We don't have to give up anything we don't want to give up. That is a beautiful trade situation. You got to look at teams like the Clippers and the Suns and the Celtics. I'll throw the Celtics in there because even though they traded Smart away, they got Drew Holiday, and that's a wash, if not an upgrade. That's an upgrade. I'm taking Drew Holiday over Marcus Smart. All right? So would you take Drew Holiday over Marcus Smart? Just curious.
Yes.
Then we're in agreement still. So let's keep doing this. The way you make these trades in the NBA today is you try to keep your best guys and then you add to that. It's not you trade one of your best guys for another one of the best guys. That's just a sideways move. I'm not trading 20 points and a 15-point player for a 25-point player. The math isn't mathing there. It doesn't make sense. Anybody like, we'll just go out there and find somebody to do it. You won't. You know why you won't? Because the Heat out there trotting out a bunch of nobodies year after year because they just don't have people out there for that. It's another reason why I don't believe there will be a team in Vegas. I don't believe it's a Seattle team also. I don't think you'll be able to pull enough players and do the NBA pull from here and here to fill those rosters up. I just don't see it happening. I don't even see the need for it. I'll go back to it. DeRozan is a vet. He's clutch. Because he's older, his next contract will not be a big $40, $50 million contract. It's because he's older. Older guys get more years, not more dollars. So you give him 3-4 years at like 30 mil a pop, still more than what he's getting now. He has security, and we have one of the most clutch closers in the league. Now, our starting lineup is now Brunson, RJ, DeRozan, Randall, and Mitch, with IQ as a sixth man, Josh Hart chilling there too. Like, that's a full squad. Tom Thibodeau sucks offensively. But you give him offensive pieces to run the offense, he'll teach those offensive players how to be defenders. And that's what he's elite at. And when you combine it all, you get like a Megatron type, Gundam situation. Like you get like the Dragon, the Megazord. You all powers combined, you get Captain Planet. You get what I'm saying? Collectively, that's like a starting lineup reserve. That's like an all-star bench. Brunson, RJ, DeRozan, Randall, Mitch is an all-star bench.
In the East?
That's an all-star bench. And if Jared Allen can make it, I'm gonna put Mitch Robinson in there just cause. But
that's true.
You feel me?
Absolutely true.
That's all-stars right there. That's a whole all-star squad for cheap. No one gets paid more than $30 million. This is what Leon Rose been working his way up to. And I'm all for it. I got it on my 2K right now. We won the championship 2 years in a row on 2K. Like, it's a beautiful thing, baby. Y'all going to love this. Y'all worry about the three-point shot? That would have been an argument last year, but then we went and got Dante DiVincenzo. So I don't want to hear that argument no more. Because replacing Grimes who ain't hitting nothing for DeRozan, who's going to get to 20 comfortably and in the clutch, where we lose a bunch of key games. That's a 55-win team right there. Let's go next. That's how you win a chip.
That's how you win a chip?
That's how you win a chip.
All right, so I have a couple questions for you.
Yes.
I'm not going to combat you because everybody already knows how I feel about it. It doesn't change. I hear what you're saying. I have some qualms about giving him more money. Like, if we're going to do it, I would do it to emphasize the next year and a half that Jalen Brunson is under $40 million.
Get him 3 years and an option, team option for the third.
Is this expiring year? This is
this is an expiring year.
So see, there you go. I would even just give him for the rest of this year if I could be convinced.
This is why we do it now.
If I could be convinced, I would only do it for this year. He's gonna be 35. He's a mid-range scorer. And I mean, I think
if it
that
doesn't work out this year, we could sign and trade him to the Lakers or the other teams that want him. Because teams that want a chip, like the Heat and the Lakers who want to win a chip, they want him. And it makes sense for them too. And I want a chip also. I want him.
So I would also say that I would be a little bit more open to it this year than last year for the simple fact that Jalen Brunson is now Steph Curry from the three-point land, apparently.
And RJ fixed his broken shot before the migraines.
So we would have to have shooting. Like, obviously, Quentin is not hitting anything at all, and Dante is shooting well, and Quickly is also shooting well. My main concern is the same concern that I'm always going to have, is that he's low efficiency, high volume. He's going to need the ball in his hand. What is that? Who takes the back seat? Does DeRozan come in and just be the fourth option? Does he walk in to there and RJ is now the fourth option? Does he walk in there and now Julius now the third option and the fourth option? Right. He's not the first option. I'm telling you that for sure.
No,
that's not the case. Jalen Brunson is the first option. So my whole thing is, does he walk in and have enough cachet to be like, all right, I'm the second option or the third option?
Well, let me ask you this then. If it was beginning of last year, before Brunson played the first game here, and we added him with this trade, Quentin and Evan for DeRozan, right?
Yes.
Would he not arguably be the best player on the team? Yes.
I don't know.
Would you have said Randall was the better player than DeRozan? You wouldn't have said RJ was the better player.
I wouldn't have said. I think if he would have came in last year, before I saw Jalen Brunson play basketball, I think he would have walked in probably as the second option, and Julius would have been the first option. Because I thought Julius was the first option until I saw Jalen Brunson play basketball. All it took was 1 minute. Honestly, I was like, first option, first option.
I've been holding this belief that Leon Rose, because everyone says Julius Randle is not good enough to be your first or second option. He can't be the first or second option for you to win the chip. As your third or fourth option, he could be. So move him to a team where he could be the third or fourth. My argument is you don't need to move him to another team and make him the third or fourth. Just get two better guys on the team. Brunson is one, DeRozan is two.
It's DeRozan two, though.
That's the argument. It's close, but I'll take it. If the argument is two guys who could be all-stars and could be all NBA players, if that's the battle, I'll take it.
Because I also don't believe DeRozan could be your first or second option on a championship team either. I think that he would have to be – I think his ceiling is third option. That's the same thing I feel about Julius. I think Julius ceiling is third option. I think RJ ceiling is probably third option.
Okay, so then how about this? We got one first option, and we got 3 2.5 options, all right? Because you have a bunch of guys who are similar to Brand's all-star players. Like, that's not a bad problem.
I mean, it's not a terrible problem. Like I said, we would have it. I would have to see it. I would have to see it, and I don't really want to see it.
So, I'm about to say, come play me in 2K. I'll show you.
Like I would have to see it. I don't really want to see it. It's not something that I would fight over. Like at this point, because at the end of the day, I think that we are hoarding picks like a hoarder, and I would like to make a definitive move. Like, I like our team. I love how our team play. This is how I feel about, like, these are all my young adult sons. You feel me? Like,
I totally agree. We the whole idea of build a core and just have a young core, build it, keep it, grow with it.
Yeah.
This is that still. This is still that. We just lose Quentin. And we put a vet who could teach RJ. It's still that.
Yeah, I think that I value our depth, and I think that I probably didn't value it as much last year as I do this year. But I also understand, I also see the ceiling. Like, I see it. I see the ceiling. Like I see when we play Boston. I see when we play Milwaukee. Like I see the ceiling, and I don't like what I see.
Right.
Just in terms of like Julius Randle last year. I told you last year he solidified for me. He's a third option, possibly on the championship team, and we got him cosplaying as a number 2. Like I just don't see. Like I see Jalen Brunson as a number 1 option.
Yeah,
possibly he could also be a very high quality number 2 option. Like, but everybody else is like is iffy. So at this point in time, like I'm not against any trades.
And think about the iffy. Think about the iffy. The iffy is an all-star, all-NBA player, and the other one is a young bull who breaking NBA youth Knick records and 20-point average as the third option. They fit their role. Hey, a good game for the Knicks, 3 players getting 20 points. A great game, 4 players getting 20 points, or 3 players getting 20, and 2 getting 15. Like, I just think we out there.
I just think that at some point in time, we watched Jalen Brunson get doubled 94 feet, and neither of them could give him 20 points. And he was giving them 40. He's giving double.
That's why you need DeRozan. That's why.
That's why you need DeRozan?
That's why you need DeRozan. Because DeRozan is, I established the clutchness. If Brunson needed help. Last year, Brunson needed help, and nobody could give it to him. How about the guy who don't miss from the mid and is known to be clutch? That's a good one. Yeah, without giving up any of your guys. That's a good one.
I think I would be even more open to DeRozan if we didn't have 3 low efficiency, high volume scorers in our starting lineup. I think if DeRozan came and took one of their spots, I would hate it. I would rather keep our guys than trade one of them for DeRozan. No matter which one you said. If you said RJ for DeRozan, I would say no. I'm not trading RJ for DeRozan at all.
Exactly. I'm not doing that. And I'm not trading Randall for DeRozan, but I'm Randall's biggest fan, apparently. I'm not trading Randall for DeRozan either. I feel like neither of those really benefit us in any way. They're sideways moves. Add him for a Quentin Grimes, that's an upgrade. That's a clear upgrade.
So you think that Chicago does it for the picks and not the players? Because I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it and then give Quentin Grimes the ball, and then he's going to average 20 points a game.
You talking about in Chicago?
Yes. I think
I had that argument with myself. I had that argument, but then the argument got real simple because it was like, okay, if it's not Grimes, then who? Somebody told me, because I'm on this one-man crusade out here. So somebody came and told me that you could do, you can make up the contracts with Sims and McBride and Evan, and that would be enough. Basically, that was it, right? And I said, no, because I really like Deuce, and I like Sims, and they're here for the future, and I wouldn't want to do that. You can't trade IQ, because you can't trade IQ. He matters too much. It has to be Grimes. It just has to be Grimes.
I think Emmanuel quickly is going to have to be traded eventually, but that's a story for another day. I think you have to trade him because you didn't pay him. I think that the time to pay him was very recently, and I think that time has passed, and I think that we have to build his value up because you're not going to give him $30 million. Like, you're not going to do it. I'm telling you.
Give him $30 million. I don't think anybody is going to give him $30 million. He's still a small guard. I don't think anyone's going to give a small guard $30 million.
He's still 6'3", 6'4". I'm telling you, all it takes is the right scenario. The Brooklyn Nets tried to give Otto Porter Jr. $100 million off a second-round playoff loss.
Quickly 6'2".
$100 million.
Quickly a little guy. He's not a midget, but
they're gonna come.
He's a little guy.
Who is starting for the Orlando Magic at the point guard?
He makes perfect sense with Orlando.
He's not better. He's not better than Manuel Quickly.
I agree. Once again, one or two places where I fear that actually happened. I agree.
Even if you want to go pay him to be your starting shooting guard, what you think LaMelo Ball, don't want him to put right next to LaMelo Ball, they're gonna pay him $27 million. They just paid Terry Rozier $23 million. He's better than him.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying somebody's gonna pay it. I don't know who it's gonna be.
I'm down to see who.
I know it's not gonna be us.
You give me a summer, you give me a playoff with all of these guys I said and DeRozan, and based off of that, Dolan will pay the luxury tax. Dolan will pay the luxury tax.
I believe that.
Yeah, so I'm not concerned. I think we keep quickly. I think we keep quickly regardless. I think we get DeRozan, we kick ass in the playoffs. Dolan is like, yeah, no, keep it going. And we just keep it going. We pay the luxury tax. That's it. That's how we keep IQ. We show it works now. But any other scenario, we pay it. I don't see it. Then I start entertaining the trading him. And you don't want to trade him. He'll get you 20 off the bench.
$25 million. We had the market price. Give him his $25 million. We would have been fine. But because we didn't give him his $25 million, he's not fine, and he's going to be worth $32 million. I'm telling you.
I would love to see a $31 million IQ. A $31 million IQ is going to have to, like, do better than what he's doing now. Right now, it's not $31 million IQ.
And I'm telling you, all it takes, with Jalen Brunson, was Luka Doncic's number 2, they was looking at, we just went through this. Dallas is going to pick him up as a revenge. I get it. No, listen, Nick South, we don't talk about Nick South, but I'm saying Jalen Brunson
selling him for $3 billion, by the way. That was a move.
What a move. Anyway,
that was a move.
But like, we just went through it with Jalen Brunson, right? They was like, yo, we traded Jalen Durant pick so that we could pay Jalen Brunson $25 million a year. They was like, Jalen Brunson's not worth no $25 million a year. You should pay him $20 million a year. He's undersized. He's not playing. He's playing next to Luka. He's averaging 16 points a game.
Yeah, like, a bunch of bad arguments, but yeah.
I'm telling you, and we took the jump and was like, nah, he might be really, really good.
Yeah.
And it paid off. And that's some real shit. I'm telling you, there has to be a team, and I'm not even saying there has to be. There is a team.
We'll sign it. We'll sign it. He's a restricted free agent. We'll sign that paper and keep him if we do.
All I'm saying. If we gonna keep him, if that's the move,
yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm just saying we made the situation much more difficult by not just giving him his money.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Then again, there was tons of Knicks fans last year talking about pay Obi. We gotta extend his side. Obi was
never getting paid.
Obi still don't look like he's getting paid in Indiana.
I don't think they're gonna pay him. But
I don't think so either. I think he out. I think he's gonna end up in Portland. I think he ends up in Utah. Like, this was my concern with Obi. I want him to sign anything just to stay here where he was beloved. Because otherwise, he's a journeyman in the making. And I don't want IQ to turn into that. He'll have a home in Orlando, though. It's a perfect
no state tax.
It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit in Orlando. Oh, maybe Miami does it. Kyle Lowry's don't make no sense still, whatever. But the point is, I feel like with one good playoffs, with the fully loaded team and the DeRozan, and a good playoff run, we'll sign him over the top to say it. We may keep Hart and sign too if we do well enough in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be pieces to sign, man. Hartenstein gotta get a bag. And I want him to stay. Like, legit.
Yes.
Yes. You want to talk about glue? He's Elmer's. I'm telling you, he's glue.
He matters. And your best bet for that is to trade Grimes, get DeRozan, play well, not need any other moves before the trade deadline, do well in the playoffs, and then everybody gets to stay. But other than that, you got to find a new home. We got to keep making moves. Because otherwise, we make a move now, and if we play this, once again, y'all in my head right now, right? If we make that move for DeRozan, and we have another month or two before the trade deadline, you feel me? And in that month or two, it's like everything is working well, but this area is not working well. And when I mean that, I mean, I hate saying this because I hate saying this. I'm not even going to say it. They would need to make a move. If we have to make a move, it's going to be Hartenstein because he's the other expiring contract on the team. Yeah, I'll say that. And I don't want that to be the case. So your best bet is to get DeRozan and do great. Otherwise, there's going to be changes at the center position. That's just following the cap. I'm just following the cap.
Listen, I'm not mad at that. All right, moving
Thank
on.
you for letting me get that off. I've been arguing with the whole NBA world for a year, and especially this week. Like, oh, thank you.
It's been a vindication week for you. I'll give you that.
So good. I got my 4-1 pick right. It's a good week.
You're having a good week. I'll give you that. But yeah, moving on. I wanna just update the folks on how the Nova boxes are doing.
Mm-hmm.
As stated earlier, Jalen Brunson is absolutely him. Oh my God, HIMson. HIMson.
It's crazy.
Number one option.
Yeah. Number one option. Yes, he's the number one option.
All-star starter. I'm starting up the campaigns. All-star starter.
Absolutely.
We gotta get him started. I'm hearing some odds about Ty Halliburton starting. I'm not liking that.
There's only one thing we have to do, and that's just vote. Like, vote or die. You heard Diddy, who we shouldn't be mentioning, but vote or die, people. Like, vote orange and blue down the road. I do not want Ty
Halliburton starting in the
Right, because how is he pulling more votes than a New Yorker?
And that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yep.
And that just doesn't make sense to me.
We got a complicated fan base. That's the nice way of putting it. I would say this is saltier than Lowry's, but
we have a conflicted fan base.
We got a ridiculous fan base. Listen, if we don't trade for Joel Embiid by the trade deadline right now, there's a portion of the fan base that's going to assume everything we do this year sucks. And there's no way you're getting Joel Embiid. But that's where their heart is on right now. And because some ridiculousness won't happen, everything else is trash. That's the fan base.
That's the truth. Yeah, they're unserious. They're unserious to their core, honestly and truly. Yeah, so Jalen is him. Dante, aka the Big Ragu, is being the Uda.
Yeah.
And my man Josh Hart is rounding. I'm telling you, my man Josh Hart is rounding into form, man. Hive reassemble. We outside.
Everything changed with just a little bit of heart.
My man told the streets, y'all, I don't know about these backup 4 minutes, and then started hooping. I don't know what happened.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. I was here for it. Loving what I'm seeing from my guy Josh. I know I said a couple episodes ago that I need a little bit more from my guy. I know he's a glue guy. I'm not looking for him to score points. That's not what we pay him the money for. We pay him the money to bridge the starters and the bench, and go out there and give us elite plus minus.
Yes.
Elite plus minus. And my guy has been out here.
We want you to be the Frank Ntilikina.
Yes.
Be the plus minus.
The plus minus Prince. Smoke. Yes, we want you to be the plus minus Prince, Josh Hart. And so keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you, King.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
It looks good on you, bro.
It does. It does.
Yeah. A good Josh Hart. Everyone is better off with a good Josh Hart.
Yes. Especially me. In the heart.
Yes.
All right. It is time, as you guys know, for the Rowant Report.
The Rowant Report. Yo, I don't know which one of y'all was singing that last year.
It was me.
I never get that out of my head. I could
Rowant Report.
I could be in the shower. I could be in traffic.
All right. So as you guys know, my name is Van Deezy here, Van Dam, Guru, if you my mans. And I'm here to talk about our guy, R.J. Barrett, Rowan Barrett Jr.
Yes, sir.
As you guys know, I'm not RJ's biggest fan. I leave that up to Breezy, but
we know RJ's biggest fan.
We absolutely know RJ's biggest fan. And our guy, he's having a good year. It's been an inconsistent 2 weeks. I'm gonna speak a little bit on it. It's been up and down. I'm getting a little bit of shades of 2022. A little bit of shades.
I had there.
I feel like Rowan hasn't earned enough cachet with me for me to not be completely worried. about a regression,
Agreed.
but I just feel like it's just not possible.
Right.
I'm sorry.
This is just a slump.
It just doesn't feel possible that I'd see his jump shot that looks significantly better, and the way he's attacking and his decision making looking significantly better,
Right.
and see a regression. I thought that most of his regression last year was all mental, in my opinion. I thought that he was overthinking. It's the same problem I have with Julius, thinking too much, making decisions because you're thinking too much and not just reacting.
Well,
I think he's done.
Julius is not a thinker.
Well, he is a thinker. That's the problem. When he's not thinking, he's doing well.
Yeah.
But Rowant, love when you react. I feel like he was pressing a little bit this week. His shot wasn't falling. I think that when the shot is not falling, what he's done earlier in the season, when it's not falling, he's done a lot of the little things, passing the ball, rebounding the ball, playing defense, that has led him getting back into a rhythm, and then his shot starts falling again, and then it looks like a good stat line. Right. I think that's the majority of how his season has gone. And when he, especially these past 2 weeks, when he was doing good, it was reflecting throughout his whole game. When he was doing bad, it was reflecting throughout his whole game. And that type of obvious stuff that I see from RJ, I don't want to see it. I actually want
to Randall-ish of him.
Yeah, I kind of want to just want to flow into the RJ game. Like, oh, RJ just scored 6 points. That's great. Oh, RJ just got that steal. That's great. I don't want to be thinking like, did RJ just miss like 5 straight shots?
Right.
I know. That ups my anxiety, and I want nothing to do with that. Honestly and truly, Rowant. So I'm gonna give you your props. It was an up and down week. Sean says that I'm being nice.
Yeah. You see me just chilling right now. Just let. So I'm gonna give you.
So in all thoroughness, due to the standard that you have given me in the beginning of the season, I'm going to give you a C+ for this week. And it's based off projection as well, because I feel like this cannot be regression. I refuse to actually believe that it's regression.
Right. Okay.
What say you?
RJ. All right. RJ fixed his shot. We know that. We've all seen it.
He did.
He fixed it in the playoffs last year. He told the reporter, hey, I fixed it. He told the reporter he fixed his shot. In the middle of the playoffs, he said this. He said, I fixed my shot and then went right back out there to play playoff basketball, okay? And then he came in this year with a brand new fixed shot. New car smell. It was shiny and new, and it was just beautiful to watch. It was a treat. He was our all-star of the year. It was Brunson and RJ representing New York in the all-star game this year. That's where we were at.
This is where we were. Absolutely.
This is where we were at.
Literally 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And then right now, it's like, is Randall going to get a weird all-star vote thing again? Because he be winning it with, I don't know how, while deserving it. Meaning, he deserves to be there, but the people don't love him enough to send him there, and he makes it there anyway.
The coaches love him.
Yeah.
The coaches look at his numbers and see 20,
right.
See 20, 10, and 5.
They're emotional.
See all-star.
Yeah. I agree.
I also agree.
Yeah.
20, 10, and 5 is all-star.
Yeah.
20, 10, and 5 is all-star.
Absolutely. 20 and 5 is like, you're showing off, bro. Like, chill out. Leave some for us, bro. You're hogging it all. Like, so, yeah. And that's not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be, I said it last week, Randall does not get another all-star, and he's fine with it because it's Brunson and RJ's time. Mm-hmm. And RJ has been playing like an absolute bomb out there. I mean, in Toronto, he went 6 for 18 in Toronto. He made 15 points on 18 shots.
This is
that
true.
Is bum juice. He went 3 for 13 against the Hornets. He went, 3 for 11 against somebody else, but the Suns. You saw that game. You saw him be a bum live. Like, I texted you happy for you thinking you was at the Heat game, man. When I saw you at the Suns game the next, I didn't text you.
You did it. I was in pain. I was in pain.
As you should be, because we should have beat that team with even a half decent RJ Barrett. We beat that Suns team. Because a half decent RJ.
9-2-1 with 31 minutes is not good.
No,
it's not good.
No. So that's my problem with RJ. I mean, he did fairly well in the other games, you know, so you can't ostracize him too much. Like in the Miami game, 7 for 14, sweet.
Yes.
So there's an in-season game, you did your job, and we needed that, and you're the man for it, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that Hornets blowout game had nothing to do with RJ.
It did it. he was not a part of running the score up.
Nothing to do with RJ. He 16 points, which, by the way, is why we love RJ. That was a bum game. He had 16 points. RJ is him. As a third option, can we talk about how good he's gotten by over his free throws this year?
Oh, yeah.
Improvement from this year to last year at the line.
To be clear, everybody else besides him and Quickly are selling at free throws. Jalen Brunson is selling.
I was mad at Tim for letting Brunson shoot the free throws the other night on the IQ. I was mad at that. Was a Tim moment. Yeah, no. Because IQ was on the court at that time, so he was eligible to take the shot at that time. And he gave it to Brunson, and Brunson missed. He missed 2 clutch free throws in the time, and we lost that game.
Yep.
So, yes, we've been selling at the line. Better than last year, but still towards the bottom of the league. But not Barrett's fault. Bless him for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, yeah, RJ's been playing like a bum for the most part in the last week. This is like the longest lingering migraine situation ever.
Yeah.
Because ever since the migraines, he's like a completely different Barrett. Like, I haven't seen a game yet where I thought he resembled pre-migraines.
Pre-migraine Barrett, oh man, he was feeding.
Pretty mellow.
He was feeding families out here. He was feeding families.
My parlays is a different argument. Okay then.
I've been going 18. I've been doing RJ 18 and a half.
I've been doing unders nowadays, man. I've been pulling up unders. Like, nasty. It's nasty as a fan to put an under on your own player.
It is.
It's nasty to do that.
It is.
That's where he put us. That's where we are right now. Like, unders on threes, unders on points, unders on rebounds. Just across the board. But the minutes will be up.
This is true.
Nah, he needs help, or he needs coaching from DeRozan. I'll give him a C-.
C-? All right, I'll take that. Well, he don't have a choice. But
yeah. C-. I can't give him a D. That's too rough, because as a third option, he'll still get you 20 points.
This is true.
That's a third, and that's why our team is so difficult. Because other teams may have 2 25-point scorers, a 30 and a 22, whatever. We have 3 20-point scorers and 1 or 2 15-pointers on the bench. So that's us. And we about to be more overloaded by the trade deadline, guaranteed.
Yes, indeed. All right, RJ, you got to do better, man. We got I didn't
want to give you
2 A's and a C. 2 A's and a C. So moving on, I have an agenda that I need to bring back forth. It's the Defensive Player of the Year agenda.
Oh, no.
As you guys know, as I stated on the first episode, that I am starting up the agenda for the Defensive Player of the Year. His name is Big Mitch Robinson. I don't know if you guys know, but he's quite literally the fifth, a top 5 center in the NBA.
Defensively.
Top 5 center in the NBA. I'm just letting you know.
Defensively.
Overall.
See, we're going to fight about Mitch. I hate to be that guy.
Listen, all right. So this is my problem, right? We're talking about defensive player of the year, right? We can talk about top 5 center in general another time, another Moody Boy segment. Right. I think Mitch has a case to be a Moody Boy because based on DraftKings Sportsbooks, the top 5 players right now to win defensive player of the year are Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, Brook Lopez, Bam Adebayo, and Big Vic Wembanyama. Then you got Jaren Jackson Jr. coming in at 6, Chet Holmgren at 7, Drew Holiday 8, Scotty Barnes 9. I don't see no Mitchell Robinson. I don't see no Mitchell Robinson. How? How? I could get, if y'all want to talk about, the names, like there might be better centers on here. How have you watched basketball this season? Right. And telling me that defensively, we'll start defensively. Defensively. That Mitch is not better than half this list. Easily. I agree. Easily. He has played. We saw what he did to Victor. We don't even got to speak on that. We saw what he did to Victor. Like, the only person I'm giving any type of props to is maybe Gobert, maybe Brook, and maybe Bam. Right. AD? I hear you. AD? This year? I hear you. That doesn't make sense. Evan Mobley? Yeah. I don't like where they are at. The Cavs ain't up there to be. But Evan Mobley to be the 3rd best odds to win defensive player of the year? I hear you. Come on now. I hear you. And I know I sound like a hater, and that's fine because I am. I'm absolutely a hater. What are we talking about here? You're right now. You are right now. What are we talking about here? The brother's leading the league in offensive rebounds. He's leading the league. Right. Are you serious? Offensive rebound is defending the ball away from you, like stopping you from getting that. Like, yeah. You don't have defensive rebounds because Mitchell Robinson is on the court. Right. Because he's on your defense in his defense. Yeah. He's on the court. Yeah. He's averaging 2 blocks a game. And he's not top 10. Like, he's averaging. Mitchell Robinson lead the New York Knicks in steals and blocks at 2 a game each. That's wild. Each. That's wild. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Like, that's insane. It's his overall just. It's his lack of offense. It's solely just his lack of offense. Maybe not a good enough reason, but if you go and look up his ranking as a center right now in the league, like if you go and Google top centers in the NBA, they will give you the Hollinger stats, player efficiency rating, blah, blah, blah. He's not top 30. It's because, he's not top 30. That's crazy to me. I know it is. That's crazy to me. But and that was my argument about how Spoelstra be hurting the boy. Because he can be an easy kill. Like, it's tough to see, but he kind of clogs the paint looking for the boards. Like, he's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, and this was I was trying to avoid earlier talking about, but one of the problems in the DeRozan all ISO offense is that we still got a center down low who is either hoping you toss him a lob for him, or he's inching his way away from the rim while not getting too far away for a ball. He's clogging up the space some. He can't move freely around the court because he can't do nothing in any other spot. It's tough for Mitch Robinson. And when I talk about the possible moves for him in the future, it's not coming from a place of malice. He's a 2nd round pick that I cheered for because I knew he'll be better than our 1st round pick. Yes. I knew immediately. I texted it in the group chat. He's going to be better than our 1st round pick, which was Knox, which is not hard to be. Worst pick we've ever done. So, yeah, but his limitations on offense are a problem.
So when we talk about how Randall is in the playoffs, I'd be like, y'all got to account for the fact that we are 4-on-5 offensively because of him, because of Mitch Rob. And
I don't know if you've seen that dribble move.
I saw that dribble move. I remember every move this man has ever. Yeah. I remember every pull-up he's taken and every move all of them, because they're so very rare.
My man just got to get more touches. That's all I'm saying. Give Mitch more touches. 2024.
He fumbles the ball when we give it to him.
Give Mitch more touches. 2024.
Little hands.
Let my man jab step him one time. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see Mitch Rob with the jab step. Look, who's gonna fall for the pump fake in the drive?
Yo, my man got the jabby.
Oh,
don't hate.
I love Mitch Robinson.
Yo, turn your camera on and back off.
All right.
Turn it off and back on. But yeah.
I love Mitchell Robinson. He's my guy. But my camera just don't want it right now.
Is it back on?
Yeah, I just see. I turned it back on, but
yeah, turn it. No, it froze. But you good. I'll just get it to.
I'll reload it in a second while I kick it back to you, because I don't enjoy talking about Mitchell Robinson in that way. I don't, because I love him. I love him. He's like once a Knick, always a Knick. If we trade him, send him a ring. If we trade him this year and we win a ring next year, send him a ring anyway. I love Mitchell Robinson. That's the point here.
I appreciate your candidness about Mitch's offensive limitations, and I give you that.
It's rough.
I give you that. I do think that defensively, though, there's not a lot of centers in the league that's better than him. I think that at 4 years, $40 million, when we got that deal, that was a steal, and we got it specifically because we was able to figure out how to formulate the funds,
right,
to get that going. So shout outs to Leon for getting that 4 year, $40 million. Mitchell Robinson, I'm out here campaigning. The agenda is still alive and direct, and we're going to be cooking it up until they give my man his ducats.
I agree. I agree with a lot of that. He's good. He's good.
He's him.
It's just one-sided. It's just one-sided, though. That's kind of the problem. Like, if he could give us 8 points solid a game, no arguments.
No arguments from you?
No arguments. But like I told you earlier, I've been starting to track his stats along with our main producers.
Yes.
And it's laughable when you write it down. In the midst of writing it down, you kind of snicker when you get to Mitch Robinson. Kind of. Especially when there's games when he getting 5 boards, it's just kind of like, dog, just go home. Just go home. It's tough.
Yes, indeed. All right, so now it's time once again for the previews. Next picks previews. All right, we got a couple games on the docket until we come back. The most important game, obviously, is the in-season tournament that's about to go down starting Tuesday, December 5th. Today is December 3rd. So the Knicks made the in-season tournament top 8 because of the nasty point differential we told you guys about when we was running the score up. It was beautiful.
We in the building. Huh? All right.
It is beautiful. So the first game we played the Bucks. And if we beat the Bucks, we'll play the winner of the Celtics and Pacers, which would be a good game. And if we beat them, we'll play whoever wins on the West side. But I got us winning this Bucks game for the simple fact that I can't lose to the Bucks 3 times in a row.
I hear you. Because we usually don't. We
usually are really good against the Bucks and the Celtics in the regular season. I don't like the fact that we 0-2 against both of them. Yeah. It's nasty work.
I can understand with Porzingis. Porzingis kind of makes everything I said against Mitch Robinson come true. So I understand kind of against Boston. Like,
yes,
he's no hope out there. But the Bucks is going to be our shining moment for the winter. We're going to beat them this week. It's going down.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not worried about the Bucks. As you know, Giannis. Somebody was arguing with me yesterday. I was telling them Giannis don't got no bag because Giannis said that he got a bag. I was like, Giannis don't got no bag. He beating you off pure will.
Yeah,
pure will.
He's pure such will. A horse.
Pure will in a spin move.
Facts. Facts.
And a lanky Euro.
Just all day, just long body effort.
Yeah, I need Julius Randle to show up this game, please and thank you. I know he don't show up in big games, in big playoff games and whatnot. So I need him to show up in this game. I know Jalen Brunson's going to show up. I'm fairly confident that RJ Barrett is going to show up. Not as confident that Julius Randle is going to show up.
But I'm gonna you said that. I think that's hate. I think your hate showed.
I never denied my hate ever.
Randle got 4 20-point games in a row right now, I believe.
Is he doing that to Giannis? I hope so. I'm not saying that.
He's doing that to whoever's on the court except Bam, because Bam is the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's good. He's good. And they see that because he wants to score buckets like Gobert.
I would hope so.
So, man, yo, Brook Lopez moves out the paint also to get his threes. Now we got this one.
You think we got this one?
Randall's gonna have a good game too. Randall probably gonna be the leading scorer. Now this is gonna be a good one. Yeah. I got Randall being the leading scorer in this game.
Spoken like a true Randall fan. So I'll give you that.
No, this is gonna be a good one. Nice little 28 points from him. I'm playing these numbers also. 28 from him, 22 from 23 from Brunson, and 19 from RJ. It all comes down on RJ. It's all on RJ. We win if RJ plays well. If RJ and IQ plays well, we win.
I could believe that. Yeah. I've been betting the over on IQ for the past 2 games. We didn't even talk about that. He's been selling me on the over for the past 2 games. On Friday, I was like, I got IQ for 20 points. I just feel like he's gonna cook. He's gonna cook the Detroit. He sold. Then I was like, Toronto. I'm like, IQ can't have 2 bad games with me in a row. Sold to me again.
Because he keep doing that, I keep putting more on him the next game to like go nuts. He about to have a 4 3-point, 25-point game tonight, and he's getting 1-3. Like, gross.
Nasty work. Yeah, so I think I like I said, I got us winning this game just because I don't believe that we lose 3 in a row to the Bucks.
Agreed.
Moving on. And I think we win the NCAA tournament as well. That's just me.
Yo, bro, what?
I think we have the best chance.
First of all, I think we contenders for the chip because I think we're going to make the move that I want to make, all right? That's just where I'm at. And I think we win the cup also. And then everyone's like, oh, well, they let you win because you won the cup. They want to validate the cup. So they gave you No, bro, I've already went through conspiracy arguments over everything already for this. Like, I'm ready for it all.
All right, I respect that. So moving on, we play the Raptors again. This time at the Garden, on the 11th. That is, a Monday. Next Monday.
That sounds like a loss.
You feel like it sounds like a loss?
I think a loss.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I also think this is a loss, right? I only think this is a loss because we beat them. We beat them on Saturday.
Right.
1. 2, I always feel like we always lose to the Raptors in the Garden for some strange reason.
Right.
And 3, like, I think this is probably the only loss I have on the docket.
Right.
But I wouldn't hate this loss. I would say.
I would get it. I understand this loss. We match up well. We play hard against each other. Like,
yes.
This is the most physical team we play against.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, they have a good matchups against us. Schroeder plays defense. Like, I thought that they could have beaten us at the tail end of a back-to-back. Like, I was surprised we won on Saturday. I'm not gonna lie. I actually had that scheduled as a loss. Because it's second end of a back-to-back, and we played Detroit tough. I was like, oh, we're gonna lose this one. Right. So I was pleasantly surprised. I do think that this one is probably the loss, though. I think that like you said, we match up well against each other. Siakam matches up well against Julius. Podol matches up well against Mitch. And Schroeder matches up well defensively, at least, against Jalen. I do think we're capable of winning this game. Like, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, if RJ does his thing, we go where RJ takes us a lot.
This is a Rowant game. I feel that. I think that we win this game if Rowant shows up. I'm not necessarily sure that happens. So I'm gonna chalk this one up as my loss as well. Moving on. Knicks play the Jazz. The Lauri Markkanen Bowl. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm also talking this up as a loss.
Yeah.
Sell it to Lauri Markkanen. I don't know why we be selling the Jazz, but every time we play him, he have like 30 on Julius, and it be blowing my. I'll be like, no.
I wanted to trade Porzingis after year one for Markkanen. Markkanen has been on my radar for a very long time. And
it was like he became good out of nowhere. Like, I remember last year, Breezy was arguing with me. He was like, Markkanen's a 3. And I was like, he's not a fucking 3. He's like 6'11".
Right.
He's like, nah, he's playing him. They playing him at the 3.
He's a Porzingis 3. That's what Porzingis played overseas before coming here. Yeah.
And that's crazy. That's crazy to me. He's 6'11" playing the 3.
Yeah. That's his natural position, which is crazy. Yeah.
And in theory, it's the reason why it worked for them last year, at least a little bit, because now this year they got John Collins from Atlanta. I think he's a mid. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Stand him. Atlanta don't ever really get players I care too much about. They get hyped up, but nah.
I think he's a mid. I think I like the rookie. I mean, not rookie no more. The big man, Walker Kessler. I think he got potential. I don't really know nobody else. Jordan Clarkson is still there for some strange reason. Colin Sexton is there. He was good. I kind of like Colin Sexton too. I think he's a good 6 man, and they play him as a 6 man. So I thought he would have complained about that, but he seems to be okay with it.
Yeah, he don't care about busting his ass in Utah.
They got a rookie playing point guard. Keontae George, I think that's barbecue chicken for my man Jalen Brunson. Rookie point guard?
Oh no, he's taking that personal.
Yeah, rookie point guard. You better put Jordan Clarkson on.
Yeah, you better do something innovative immediately.
Yeah. So I do think that this is the game. I think that this is the week. I think we're due for a 2-loss week, and I think that this is the loss.
Well, this is the loss. This ain't the one, man.
I think this is the Jazz. I think we lose to the Jazz.
I think we smoked the Jazz with an IQ game.
I received that.
Yeah,
I received that.
Yeah, that's my FanDuel take. Yeah, yeah. IQ's gonna go off on Utah because they wanted to trade him over there. I just think some things players take personal, and I feel like he needs to take playing Utah personal, Boston personal, all these for different reasons. But I think that's on his radar. I think he goes off.
All right. So the next game is Knicks versus Suns rematch. I'm taking this as a victory. This is exactly why I'm taking the Jazz. What is lost? I think we come back, and I think KD is there, and I think we still cook them. I think we match up well against the Suns. For several reasons, like for the fact that Brad Beal is not even there yet, and who knows when he'll be back. Right. I still think we match up well against the Suns. I think that our defense is built to stop one-on-one scorers. Right. I think that our defense gets cooked when ball movement is involved, when people are seeing the ball and seeing you get what I'm saying? When we got to see the ball, see our man. I think we struggle with that a little bit. But I think with ISO offenses, we play the all ISO offense. You think we don't know how to defend it? We don't know how to defend it?
I agree.
I think that the game that I went to, unfortunately, I think that it worked against us that Devin Booker had to be the pseudo point guard. He can't just be somebody out there getting buckets. I think that worked against us because if I want Devin Booker in the 1-on-1,
right. I get
like
you.
most people don't want that. I think that works against our. I think that works.
Him being the main distributor out there brings the attention to him in a different way, and it just opens it up way too much for everybody else. No, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I would want him waiting for his shot.
Yeah, I want him in the corner and having to work for his shot for 8 seconds.
Right.
And I think that with KD back, and I think that him and KD, like I think we match up against. I'll just be honest. I think we match up against them well. I think we beat them. It's why I was feeling confident going into the Suns game before KD went out.
Right.
And I think we beat them. I think it's a close game again, but I think we come out on top this time.
Like a 6-point win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I disagree, but I hear what you're saying. Because of the one man. Because I'm glad I saved my loss saying we're going to beat Utah. I'm glad I saved that one for the Suns because we lose against Kevin Durant. Because it's Kevin Durant, and I don't know what it is, and that's just that. We've had close games. We had buzzer beater losses. We had it all against, but they just for how many years? For years, like a 13-win streak he's on against us. Like, I just chalk it up to it is what it is. And yeah, he's never been a player I really like particularly. I feel like everyone gasses him. He's great though, and I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Like I don't like Reggie Miller, and I just tons of other players. That's Durant. That's his legacy. Just a Knick hater. Like, and he's gonna win, and it's gonna suck, but it's okay because we're not going to see them in the finals. Yeah, they're not the team that makes it. Denver will beat them, and therefore, I am not totally concerned. Timberwolves will beat them. There are teams out there that are maybe not Timberwolves. I gotta look at their bench again, but Denver could definitely beat them. I'm not worried about the Suns. Except for we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose sometimes. We're gonna lose sometimes. We're gonna lose against the Suns. That's all. That's okay. It's okay. It's still Knicks in 6. It's okay.
It's still Knicks in 6, and that's shit.
That's fine.
All right, moving on to the last game we're gonna cover against the Clippers. So this is important to say. We go on a 5-game road trip, which is technically only 4 games because our 5th game we play the Nets, and we'll talk about that next episode. But this is I feel like I've always felt like we do so much better on the road.
Right.
So I'm looking, the fact that I said that we're taking like my only loss on the road for right now is the Jazz loss, because I think we go 4-1 on this road trip in general. Super hot take for next time. Ooh. That might change if we start fucking selling. But
I hear you.
But I got us winning this Clippers game because once again, same argument I have with the Suns. We are built to beat teams that are built this way. Like James Harden.
Ugh.
Oh, God. Ugh. Indeed. James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi.
Wait, and to everybody that said trade everything we had for Paul George or James Harden.
That was the Paul George discourse over the summer was something to behold.
Oh, disgusting. Yo, y'all have no shame, no backbone. Oh, Paul George.
PG-13.
Gatorade isn't in you. Shut up, Paul George. Oh. Nah, I'm gonna refresh this again so I can be able to get my camera on so I can at least wave by later. You don't need a hot take from me on this one. We're gonna beat the Clippers. We're gonna beat the Clippers because it's just messy looking over there. Once again, they're all free agents at the end of the year. It just looks like it ends badly over there, don't it? Like
it looks like the worst decision you could possibly make as a front office, and you made it because you were super high risk, high reward.
Right.
Yeah, but the risk is way too strong. I'm sorry. You had a good player, Russell Westbrook. You had defined roles, and y'all just threw a torpedo in that to appease James Harden. James Harden, do y'all know who James Harden is? Like, I'm sorry. I've watched James Harden absolutely sell year after year after year after year after year after year in the playoffs. There's nothing that James Harden has done that has told me or even convinced me that James Harden is somebody that you should absolutely trust in the playoffs. Because what are we talking about here? Like, you think James Harden is about to save the Clippers franchise? Because I'm here to tell you that he's absolutely not. He's absolutely not. They have had this crazy experiment going on year after year with the Clippers. Every year it's either somebody's injured and they don't make it, Kawhi and Paul George. Sometimes they play in 20 to 30 games a year. Like, what are we dealing with here? And that is the God honest truth. What are we dealing with here? I don't trust the Clippers, and I never will trust the Clippers. I trusted the Clippers one time all the way in 2015 when they was the Lob City Clippers. That was the last time I ever trusted the Clippers.
That was good stuff, though. That was good stuff, though. They shot. That was their window. That was their chance.
Yeah.
They're asked out for the next 20 years. That was their chance.
I'll never trust them ever again. This Kawhi era and Paul George era has been an utter disaster. They can't stay healthy. And when they are healthy, they absolutely sell. So
Did you recap the trade to get Paul George there?
Yeah, they gave up Shea
Gilgeous-Alexander, Shea, and a plethora. There's no other word you can use but a plethora.
For Shea Gilgeous to be better than any of them at this point in time?
Better than all four of them.
At this point in time. You traded him. And you ain't get a chip. You ain't get one chip.
No, you got a bunch of load management. And they had to change the rules to the NBA because y'all was managing too crazy. If you don't play 65 games, you don't qualify for end of the year awards because the Clippers been load managing their asses off. Yeah.
And that's nasty work.
Yeah.
And that's nasty work. So I got us winning this game handily. I don't trust the Clippers at all.
Yeah, we gotta beat them. It's a mess. We're gonna win just because of Leon Rose. Just because Leon Rose is in the building. Just because we're gonna win off the strength of just looking at them like, yo, this is really what y'all did, and that's gonna be enough.
All right. To wrap it up, it is time for Knicks for Clicks. Hello about Knicks. The segment where we find the Knicks fans or the Knicks reporters or the Knicks content creators that say the darndest things. Do they say the darndest things?
What do they?
Woo! What is your Knicks for Clicks for this week, sir?
Oh man, I mean, I'm on DeRozan week, but I gotta save some for when it's actually done. That would just be ridiculous. So I'm not gonna throw any shade to all the hundreds of people. When I say hundreds, I mean I'm in groups around the globe apparently for the people that do not like anything I'm saying. But I stand on it, and I've been looking good so far with it. That's not the tape. My Knicks for Clicks is on me for saying that we can't give up Quentin Grimes' job just because Donte DiVincenzo did well against a Hornets team once. We can't fire Quentin Grimes just because I take that back. What was I talking about? We can absolutely trade Quentin Grimes. We can absolutely. I was probably in a funk. Maybe I've been beaten down too much with people not seeing what I'm seeing here with the future of this team, and maybe it got to me. And I apologize for being fair weather for that because I know better. Quentin Grimes. I mean, do what you. Nobody can say nothing good for him right now. Nobody can say anything good for him right now.
Not right now.
Flip him for something better without gutting the team, then that is a super fantastic idea. It's a super duper win, and I am all for it. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Love you, Quentin. You got to go. Or we do a different trade and we keep you. I'm fine with that, but you are not the priority that we treated you as before. You're just not.
I agree with that.
The whole JJ Redick summer of getting your shot right. I wish we never saw you, JJ Redick. I wish you stayed away from him.
Broke you.
You ruined him.
Ruined
him. Yeah, no.
So as the lone member of Quentin Island, I'm gonna take your slander and go cry in the corner. But my guy's coming back. I got faith for you, Quentin.
Once the Nick, always the Nick. It doesn't mean I don't love him. He's San Quentin is open. He's still the goods, and he'll be great elsewhere. And I'll cheer him on. I love the guy. Just like I'll cheer on Obi to do well wherever he ends up. Just like I'm glad Kevin Knox is eating. Just like I'm glad Frank Ntilikina is getting a check to be on the bench. I'm happy for all my former Knicks, or especially of this era. Once a Knick, always a Knick. For everybody except Charles Oakley. For Quentin, you got to go.
All right. Like I said, I'm not agreeing with that. But I'm going to I respect your Knicks for Clicks. I respect your Knicks for Clicks, always. So my Knicks for Clicks comes from Let's Talk Knicks. At Let's Talk Knicks _ I saw this post a couple weeks ago. I was a little annoyed when I saw it. But it said, rate RJ Barrett's and Josh Hart's production so far. Talking about their minutes per game, they're about dead even at 29 minutes a game, but they were saying RJ is 24 and 3, roughly, with 45, 48, 83 splits, with Josh Hart being 7, 6, and 2.5, with 41, 30, 71 splits, 37. And as I said, as a strong member of Josh Hart Hive, like,
right.
I'm like a founding father, thoroughly. I'm not even lying. At least for the New York City division. We did not pay Josh Hart to score baskets. I feel like I don't understand why I have to say this.
You shouldn't have to say that. It was just
like, we did not pay Josh Hart to score baskets. Do y'all understand that we have enough bucket getters on this team? I think we are in surplus of people that can absolutely go get you a bucket. Absolutely go get you a bucket.
Agree.
I think that I don't know how to say this without calling you guys annoying.
Take your time, man. Take your time. No, they need to hear it.
They always say, like, you know, there's casual fans and this, that, and the third. I don't like to use the word casual. I feel like that's very hype beastie. Right. But it gives casual. Like, it gives, I watch the game. I watch Friday Night Knicks, and that's the only game I'm watching for the week. Right. Like, it gives, like, I don't understand what y'all expect. Like, do y'all watch
ESPN? You get the highlights, and that's just about.
Yeah, you're not watching Clyde and Breeny on MSG. Like, that's not your stream of choice.
No, it's Stephen A. Smith in the morning.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about here? Like, we know Josh Hart is here to fill multiple roles, right? Like, we're content. Like, we know that, right? Like, we know that he gets paid for that. Like, we didn't pay Obi Toppin. Like, we sent Obi Toppin to Basketball Siberia, which is Indiana, for the main purpose that Josh Hart can get 6 boards and Obi can't get 6 boards. Like, he can't. Like, and that's not the case. If Josh Hart is 6'5", right. He should not be playing power forward. He's good enough at playing power forward he's good enough in the minutes that we give him to play power forward to the point that we're like, okay, we can succumb 8 minutes of Josh Hart power forward minutes because he's going to bring so much else on the court. Y'all know the Josh Hart drive. He's going straight to the rack. Y'all know everything he does for the team. Y'all saw it. Firsthand, what the trade did for our team. He's a glue guy. Yeah. He's not here. He's going to do the dirty work. He's going to dive on the court. He's going to take the other team's best player. He's going to get cooked by the other team's best player.
Yeah.
To save other people's time from
getting cooked. And
you get what I'm saying?
Because they can't handle getting cooked.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the reason why everybody loves Josh Hart around the league.
Right.
It's the reason why.
If you don't really got it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So what are we really talking about here? Like, RJ's having a great season. Great season. Let him continue to develop. He's the future. He's the youth. Josh Hart is the glue. It's two totally different. It's two totally different roles that we asking him to fill. So I feel like that's neither here nor there.
Preach.
Stop looking for. I know Knicks fans be bored. I know y'all be bored.
Yeah.
And y'all gotta find an agenda. Like it's the truth. Like it's like at the end of the day, we're 12-7, 5 games over 500. 5 games over.
It took the end of the broadcast for us to say it. We are 5 games over
12-7.
Ooh.
We doing something right. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that we are doing something right. So let's calm down. Trade season starts December 15th, as we all know. And let's see what we do.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right.
Bro.
All right. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Knicks in 6 podcast. I am your humble and gracious host, Van Deezy, also known as Ham Van Dam, Guru if you my mans.
I need one of those for real, man. I got to come through with all that. Yeah, man. I'm just not there right now for it. Shout out everybody, yo, hit me up in the group chat, in the message board, Sean Dawn the Future. You know what the fuck out there just saying I'm right and you're wrong and standing on it, bro. Y'all gonna have to get
definitely find Sean at any Knicks group on Facebook.
And that's why I get my government on there, because I'm everywhere. If you're there, I'm there too. You pay for that, I'm a patroni also, bro. I'm in there too, bro. Everywhere.
I hear it. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys once again. You can follow us everywhere at Knicks in 6. That's 6, the number. It's somewhere in the corner over there or over there. You can follow us at Knicks in 6 pod. You can follow us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. You can follow me everywhere at Frostmon Guru. Find Sean in these Knicks streets.
Yes.
Pay him. Tell him why you think his DeRozan idea needs some work.
Good luck.
And yeah, we will see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.